Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Hit the button.
I did hit the button.
Smack, smack.
Now what?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I think I'm actually doing better than you, which is like an unusual thing. But, you know, I didn't inhale copious amounts of sugar today either. But we shan't talk about that.
I just had that one Reese's Pieces cup.
Yeah, but that's more sugar than everything I've eaten today, according to the sugar count. Just that one Reese cup. Like, Jesus.
It was
super funny to watch your eyes go super wide like you were watching a train come directly at you and you couldn't move. You were just like, whoa.
Yeah, it did have a buttload of extra sugar in there.
Right? So, dude, this last week, I saw an article. You know, like when you start up your computer and it's like basically, it's not your homepage when you turn on your internet, is it? Like where it's got like today's happenings or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what you would refer to it as.
So that page had a notation on there that Popular Science digs into this historical thing. And I clicked on it and I started reading it and it started freaking me out. But, you know, I can't leave it alone at that. So I go to Wikipedia and look it up.
Okay.
And it freaked me out because it was just like, I really thought it was something that was confined to certain groups of people during World War II. No. Oh, no. Much before. So Popular Science, the magazine, however you want to say it. So they just did an article because they do lots of historical things, which is really fun to me.
Yeah.
So there was a Russian/Soviet biologist, a Russian Soviet biologist.
Okay.
And his name was Ilya Ivanov. Ivanov. He lived from 1870 to 1932.
Oh, wow.
He ended up in 1907. He became a professor at Kharkov University. He was a researcher in the Oskania Mira Natural Reserve, and he was the head of the State Experimental Veterinary Institute from 1917 to 1921, and then again from 1924 to 1930.
Okay.
He worked at the Central Experiment Station for researching reproduction of domestic animals.
Okay.
He was the Moscow Higher Zoo Technician at the Higher Zoo Technician Institute from 1928 to 1930. He was a professor there basically as well.
Okay.
So here's the cool thing. Here's one of the really cool things this guy did. If not the only cool thing this guy did.
Okay.
One of maybe 3 or 4. Anyways, he perfected artificial insemination and the practical uses in horse breeding. He proved his technology that by using artificial insemination, you could use one stallion to impregnate 500 mares in a season versus doing it the, quote, natural way would result in 20 to 30 mares giving birth to horses.
Yeah.
Or, you know, giving birth to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should hope they'd be horses. But
That's
anyway.
crazy. So on the one hand, this is the precursor to... And I'll explain why. This is a precursor to human artificial insemination because there are similarities and some differences. And yeah. So anyways, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then I read further. If I would have stopped there, I probably wouldn't be WTFing my brain out going, wait, what? I literally was here in the office reading this and I'm like, what is happening? This man got a bug up his ass and began experimentations to create a human-chimpanzee crossbreed.
Okay.
And everybody's like, wait, what? So when I tell you This is nuts. In 1910, he did a presentation to the World Congress of Zoologists describing the possibility of the hybridization of the two species, humans and chimpanzees, using artificial insemination. They were like, we don't think so.
That actually poses not just ethical, but logistical issues. Because, first of all,
what's the first biggest logistical barrier we have? Do you know?
So the first biggest logistical issue is actually getting that to happen in the first place. So this sort of issue happens with animals when they're trying to crossbreed, like large dogs with small dogs, or certain types of cattle with other types of cattle. It will, if you do it in the wrong order, it will kill the mother. So you have to breed it has to be the small male with the large female, which in this case would mean that you would have to impregnate a human female with chimpanzee.
Well, that's not where he started. He started the other way around.
Yeah, like I'm saying, that's a logistical nightmare. It will fucking kill the mother.
So we know modern science. We know in modern science, we know these things. Now, we go back 130 years.
That's a logical fucking outcome, because a human child is bigger than a fucking chimpanzee child.
Here's the thing, though.
Or baby, rather.
So here's the thing. We didn't know such things back then, because you would have random crossbreeding, and there was a lot of animals that would die in childbirth all the time. So we didn't know why this was happening way back then. Way back then, what they figured out is the number one reason it won't work is because we don't chromosomally match.
Oh,
Humans have 46 chromosomes. Apes have 48.
Yeah.
And so there was this one, and he's worthy of doing research on, and his name was Grover. And he was a circus act, and he had a very uncanny resemblance to humans, which you can look him up.
I've seen.
So, but he was said to have had 47 chromosomes, which after testing, he did not. But I freaked out a little bit.
I mean, interspecies breeding is almost never going to fucking work. Sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Like with lions and tigers, you can get them to breed. Although I don't know if the offspring are some animals you can get them to breed, but their offspring are sterile.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's true
Donkeys.
with the ligers and tigons, which is the hybrids of the lions and tigers.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I know that I think the females might be sterile, but I don't remember. But what's interesting is, so he hypothesized this would all work, right? Well, of course, artificial insemination, we can make it happen. Blah, blah, blah. Obviously, what they figure out is, first of all, it doesn't chromosomally match. And second of all, he did finally figure out. So in the 1920s, he carried out a series of experiments in an attempt to create a human, non-human hybrid in Africa. It was specifically, it was done in what we know now is the Guinea, that's been an independent nation since 1958, because it was French Guinea where he did these experimentations in West Africa, which was under French possession.
Yeah.
So that's why he could go and do all these, right?
And there's some of them that still are, but that's another story for another time.
Yes. So he had 3 female chimpanzees that he inseminated with human sperm repeatedly, but no pregnancies resulted.
Okay.
So human sperm is not strong enough to penetrate the cellular walls of female chimpanzee eggs. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So you're with me why I'm freaking out so far. Like, what? WTF? Honestly, right? So then in 1929, he gets exacerbated, and he attempted to arrange a set of experiments involving non-human ape sperm and human volunteers. Now, do you know why that would have been delayed?
I mean, how many women would want to be inseminated with
a lot? They were offering a lot of money back then. It was very hard economic times. There was like a lot of people who would have wanted to do it. So, okay.
Oh, yeah, that would be, wait, you said 1928?
1929.
Okay, yeah, that's around the
Great Depression
time period.
So the reason why it got delayed is because the death of his last orangutan. So first of all, right, we've already got this guy trying to crossbreed with chimpanzees. Then he switches to orangutans. And I'm just like, oh, hold on. It's bad enough that I think gingers are kind of superhuman anyways. Now you got this guy trying to make a half ranga baby. Half ranga, half ape baby. No. Just no. Anyways. So in the spring of 1930, after everybody found out what he was really up to. So obviously, it's not like we have the internet or phones or, texting back then. Be like, yo, Ilya just did something with a chimpanzee you do not want to know about, right? So we didn't have any of those advances.
But I filmed it, so you should watch it. Anyway.
Let me just say,
This
I'm
smells
pretty
like
sure.
Shit. Here, sniff it.
I'm pretty sure he was using his own semen to try to inseminate the chimpanzees. And I'm not sure he was trying to do it. Anyways, moving on. So in spring of 1930, he came under political scrutiny for what he'd been doing. And in December of 1930, he was arrested and sentenced to 5 years in exile at Alma-Ata prison, where he died of a stroke in 1932. While he was in Alma-Ata, he was doing the zoology tests and all that there too. He was obsessed with hybridization.
Okay.
He is actually the zoologist, the veterinarian, what do you want to call him, the zoologist, who created the zebra and donkey, also known as the zedonk. He's the one who created that.
Okay.
He is also the one, we kind of spoke briefly on our other podcast, and I was like, wait, hold on, about the bisons in England. So
the European bison.
The European bison. So they were on a massive decline. They weren't breeding. So he is the one who put a cow and bison together to get what is now the modern bison to save the bison herd. Because you were saying that you had read about it or heard about it.
Yeah, I watched a video about how they were reintroducing bison to England.
Yeah.
Because they had been wiped out there like 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, true bisons, yeah.
Yeah. And their bison, the European bison, are forest bison, not like ours, so they're smaller. And basically, I mean, especially in places like England, there's virtually no large animals left.
Yeah.
It's like they barely have any deer or anything, if they have any at all.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they're finding is reintroducing animals like a bison into a forest helps the forest to maintain itself better.
Yes.
Same thing with like bison in a
nature reserve,
grassland area. It helps to maintain the balance of the land better.
Yeah.
And also things like cattle will also improve the land. So anyway, they were having problems with their forests because they were basically having to go in manually and have a bunch of people go in and do a bunch of the kind of stuff that would happen naturally from large animals moving through it.
Yeah.
And as a result, some of their forests were dying off because there wasn't proper
because it just the roots will just choke each other out if you're not in there thinning it out.
Yeah.
Like everybody says, like, heard that terminology, thinning the herd. You need to do the same thing in
the forest.
in your forest lands and in some of your grasslands, because otherwise your invasive species will get in there. Like the last thing you want is 500 acres of thistle. It's very painful. It's not. And it's a literal pain in the ass to fix. So it's so crazy. But yeah, so he is the one who put a cow and bison together. Now the loose term for it, that hybridization, is a catalo.
Catalo?
Yes.
Okay.
But the recognized term and the accepted term, which I love this word.
Beefalo.
It is a beefalo.
Yeah.
I think that is so fantastic. So he actually helped with that because there was Well, there was a rancher who his herd was dying out. You know, it was getting attacked and everything. And so Ilyan went, I think we can figure this out. So the cattlemen saw Ilyan's experimentation. And so he got people together and he started using the artificial insemination to reboost the bison herd because he saw how it was being used with the cattle and the bison. But it's still, they still did end up doing crossbreeding.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so Ilyan, great, artificial insemination is a great thing. But theorizing humans and chimpanzee, and do you know what the name of that would be?
I don't know.
Humanzee. Humanzee. Instead of chimpanzee, it's a humanzee.
Humanzee.
And that
should have tried bonobos. They're the other species that is the closest to humans. Humans and chimpanzees are like 3% variation between the two of them.
Well, here's the thing. So in the 1980s, humanzee became an accepted and used term because in the 1980s, somebody theorized that there still could be crossbreeding that would be good. And so some jackass figured out, and can you imagine, we're going from 1929 to I think it's like 1987 range.
Okay.
Somebody has a successful fertilization of a gibbon's egg with human sperm.
So
it successfully fertilizes and the embryo begins to grow.
So they were doing like in vitro fertilization instead of...
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you can
I
control
don't know if it was
lot.
in vitro. It might have been in vitro, but they said artificially inseminating.
Yeah.
So obviously, but they found that male human sperm actually is strong enough to penetrate a gibbon's egg. Because the gibbons are the ones where we're only one chromosome away. Whereas the other, where's the word? Hominids? The other great apes are two chromosomes away. And that makes all the difference for breaking through that barrier, apparently. So this guy actually, and I did not catch his name because I was so disgusted by it, because I'm just like, I don't want Planet of the Apes to come true.
Yeah.
I really don't want to, because I've been nothing but nice to Ranger for decades now. And it doesn't matter, because the greatest populace is not nice to Rangers. They pick on redheads. I don't want to get grouped when that great populace happens and the apes take over. No, thank you. I mean, although I would like to say Hail Caesar at least once. But anyways, it freaked me out because I was just like, this is nuts. This is nuts. But then I read on.
Oh, it gets better, huh?
It gets even better. So the reason he became obsessed with this hybridization and had this theory that humans and apes could already be crossbreeding or already had been crossbreeding is because of history. There are stories in histories, and one of them is St. Peter Damian in the 11th century claimed to have been told a tale of a human woman with an ape that created an offspring that lived.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I was just like, wait, what? But I read more. Antonio Zucchelli, an Italian Franciscan Capuchin friar, he was on a missionary work in Africa in 1698 to 1702. He had heard and talked about a human woman and an ape mating and again creating offspring. And I'm like, you all are freaking nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I think these are like first accounts of interracial babies. Because you're going back to the 11th century and then all the way back to the late 1600s, where interracial happenings were not a well-known thing to foreigners visiting Africa.
No, because the fucking Greeks and the Romans all fucking went over there and fucked a bunch of Africans.
Did you just say Africans?
Africans.
I thought you said Africans.
No.
I'm like, wow.
And vice versa.
For a quadroon, you are
like,
fucking racist.
The Moors were fucking getting white women pregnant all the time, so no.
Well, the most believable of the history of the disease came from a Sir Edward Coke. I'm sorry, let me pronounce it correctly for you. It's not Coke. His proper pronunciation, because he's English, is cuck. Swear to God, look it up yourself. Sir Edward Cuck wrote about it in The Institute of Laws of England. He was a barrister, judge, a politician, and he was considered the greatest jurist in the Elizabethan and Jacobean eras.
Okay.
He was very well-rounded. He was very logical, but he actually wrote about it, that it did happen and had witnessed it apparently. And yes, his last name is pronounced Cook because it's spelled Coke, but when you look it up, it's like, it's long U, it's not O. And I'm like, oh, so when I'm reading this, I'm like, oh, there's the original Cuck right there.
Wow.
Because I'm a dick. And then even further, in 1977, researcher J. Michael Bedford, he's the one who discovered that the human sperm could penetrate the outer membrane on a gibbon egg, but not to other types of primates, only to Hominodea.
Hominid?
Hominia. So, but somebody carried out the experimentation to where they let the embryo grow up until the point of it was starting to develop a nervous system.
Okay. And then they aborted it or whatever?
And then they terminated the pregnancy.
Yeah.
But they've repeatedly, the way the articles read was that it had been repeatedly done to prove that, oh, yes, you can. And I'm like, dear scientist, this is not a competition. At no point. I mean, there are plenty of things that are smarter than me. We don't need one more thing smarter than me.
I mean, chances are it wouldn't be smarter than the average person.
Have you seen The Umbrella Academy?
I've seen The Umbrella Academy, yes.
You've watched The Umbrella Academy series?
At least the first couple of seasons.
There you go. They're smart. I just feel bad for the chimpanzee. I think his name was Grover.
Yeah,
It's either Glover or Grover. And he died in 2012. And he was just this circus attraction because of his appearance to look human.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found it very racist. Because I was just like, wouldn't that just be like... Because you think about it, right? Like...
You're a speciesist.
Well, no, logically, my brain went to... I wonder if they were just seeing interracial babies for the first time. Because they came from areas where there was not interracial breeding. There was not interracial relationships happening in a time where interracial relationship wasn't happening. It doesn't matter if the Romans, the Greeks, and the Spaniards had been there and done that. You're talking about people who've lived in a monastery their whole life, coming to West Africa. They see black, they see white, they see brown, and then they see hairy mix. Like, they probably saw a Ranger, like you.
Jesus.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I read that shit, and I was just like I remember hearing the stories when I was a kid about them Nazis carrying out them experiments.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
did all kinds of shit.
And so I didn't know it went back before that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, on the one hand, again, super cool discovery, artificial insemination. It is the basis of what we use now for people who have problems with pregnancy. So yay, kudos.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you dirty, no, just no.
Yeah.
Because I am pretty sure he didn't try and artificially inseminate anything, okay?
I don't want to speculate.
I don't want to speculate, but the facts are kind of, right there. I don't know. So anyways, that just freaked me out because I thought, oh my God. But here's the point where it's like, obviously it freaks a lot of people out because there was a little article talking about people discovering who Ilya Ivanov is, and being concerned about this great possibility. And literally some dude went, whoa, now listen here, children. We know we can do it. We're just not gonna, it ain't really ethical, so don't worry about it. We'll never have a Planet of the Apes situation. Just like you, he said, they probably wouldn't be that smart anyways. And I thought to myself, did you already actually grow them up? And they come up going, gee, Dad, what's going on?
I mean, they would be great in a the fuck was the name of that book? It wasn't 1984. It wasn't Flowers for Algernon. God damn it. It's something similar to like title-wise to like Great Expectation. No, God damn it. Brave New World.
Okay.
In Brave New World, the government takes over all breeding, and what they do is they have artificial wombs, and so they collect the eggs of all women, and then they collect sperm from men, and then they generate new humans in a vat, basically.
So they did a futuristic Caligula without the people actually having fun out of it.
Well,
They just made a vat of eggs and sperm and said, "Wee!"
well, no, each person is grown in their own little artificial womb. And the reason for it is a couple of things. Number one, it eliminates quote unquote fatherless households, right? Because the government is raising the children. It also means that there's no fucking, there's no like, what is it? Fucking, God damn it. The fucking shit where you have to pay for your children.
Child support.
Yeah, there's no child support. The government is in control of raising children. But what they do is they intentionally mess with the embryos.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they're not to the. That wasn't even an idea at that point.
Oh, wow.
When this book was written. So basically, but we did know that alcohol and other drugs can fuck up your babies.
Yeah.
So what they would do is they would intentionally take a certain amount of the children or the embryos and expose them to alcohol to make them less intelligent.
That's evil.
Specifically to make a lower working class. And so they would do it to different degrees, and then they would basically optimize for intelligence.
Yeah.
So basically they were creating their own caste system by
That's
how they
nuts.
fucking basically gestated the babies.
That's insane. Like, I don't know if I would ever read that book because let me tell you something.
It's pretty
I know
cool.
a lot of people who are working class people who are really smart.
Yeah. The thing is, the one of the sort of ideas is that the less intelligent people are more willing to do jobs that are more menial, right? And so they would take like janitors, for instance. Those people would be
The meth babies?
basically,
Aw.
and so on and so forth, and like garbage men, all of the least fucking
Desirable jobs.
jobs would be given to the least intelligent people, basically.
I know 3 people who did those jobs who were extremely intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Who wrote that book? They should be book bashed upside their head.
anyway, it's not saying that just because you're smart, you are unwilling to do a brain dead job. It's just saying that the less intelligent you are, the more willing you are to do those types of jobs.
The more you're going to be manipulated into doing those types of jobs.
You don't need to be manipulated. It's just, here's a fucking mop, go mop. And they do it. Right?
I guess. It freaked me out knowing how far this thing went. What, like, I mean, the man only lived 62 years, 52 years, whatever. But he dedicated all but 20 years to, 18 years of his life. He graduated early. He's like super smart.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a polymath like Natalie Portman, but
What you want, Natalie? To drink and fight? What you doing, Natalie? Fuck all night.
I am so sorry. She just announced she's pregnant at 44 years old.
Okay. How many kids has she had?
She already
now?
had 2. This will be her 3rd one.
Okay.
Apparently, it came as a surprise to her.
It came as a surprise, all right.
Well, okay, look. I love me some Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I like Natalie.
But I just found the way they wrote the article was like so double entendre.
Mm-hmm.
It came as quite a surprise to Natalie Portman to find out she was pregnant at 44 years old. And I'm like,
I mean,
she was like, what was the quote? Like, she was like, oh, I was just so shocked. Like, wait, having unprotected sex, what did you think was going to happen?
yeah. It's like, that's not that uncommon.
I mean, it's not like it's Janet Jackson having a baby at 53. I mean, come on.
That's a surprise.
Right? I'm telling you. But anyways, I read that article and I had a really hard time not calling you at 2 o'clock in the morning being like, Bub, listen to this. This is nuts, because you probably would have kicked my ass
Yeah.
if I had woke you up. But I mean, obviously you see everything. Oh, I wrote all these little details down because I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Because I wanted to be able to go back and be like, oh, this is wrong. It's not. If it meant the survival of both species, I guess we'd have to. I guess we'd have to accept it.
I mean, it would be cool to have whatever. So, chimpanzees are stronger than humans in the same weight category, right? Mm-hmm. I think they're like 3 times as strong as a human, per pound to pound.
Yeah.
So it would be cool to have the increased strength, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what the mechanism of that is.
I mean, I don't either. And I really don't know if I need to be so strong I could literally rip somebody's face off with one swipe of my hand.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there are people out there that could do that. Although those people would tend to be fairly obvious. That
you're freaking me out a little bit with this smile of imagination on your face. Oh yeah, ripping somebody's face off with the one swipe. Oh, it'd be great, like a little kitty playing with a ball of yarn. Meow.
Yeah.
You get a little too much, like you are grinning ear from ear to ear, thinking about being able to rip somebody's face off with one finger or 2.
What are you gonna do when you find him? I'm gonna take his face off.
Face off.
You're fucked up. I love it.
Yeah. Like, and what, what's really, since we're talking about it, what's really crazy about that is people have had face transplants.
Yeah.
Since that movie. I mean, that movie's like 30 something years old, I think now. I think it came out in like 90, 95 range, right? Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came out while I was still in the army.
Yeah. I loved the idea of the movie because I was just like, oh, that's wicked. That's totally wicked. Like you could go rob a bank and then swap faces with somebody and they could go do the jail time for it. That's great. I don't think that way anymore. Now I'm just like, please don't swap faces because then I would automatically think that you're not who you are and then go away. Go away. I don't know. I'm just, no, but it was a good movie though.
Yeah.
I'm going to take his face off. Super great. And they couldn't have asked for 2 better actors to do it. Because John Travolta, when he acts smarmy, is fantastic.
Yeah, he's great at being a dick.
He really is. Have you seen him in The General's Daughter?
No.
Oh, my God. I hate that movie because it's all about somebody being SA'd. Ugh. I mean, I don't know. I didn't care for him in Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
But I didn't care for Pulp Fiction either. I cried a lot in Pulp Fiction. A lot. You know why?
Me and Mr. Soon-to-be living his short-ass life in agonizing pain rapist here.
Exactly. Anyways, so yeah, not that it made me think of you, but it I was just like, oh, I followed up on something in Popular Science, which I'm sure is one of your favorite periodicals. Yeah, look that up, kids. What's a periodical? What?
I used to read a lot of Popular Science and Popular Mechanics when I was in middle school.
I would read it in the bathroom at work at our old job.
Oh, yeah, we had a bunch in there, too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and some of it's really fascinating. In school, though, being a Washingtonian girl, born and bred in Washington, not you second comer, I loved National Geographic a little bit better than all of them.
You like seeing them floppy tits?
No, because I liked seeing all the different plants and all the rainforests and all the big African penises all over the world.
Big African pieces all over the world. Wow.
No, I just thought it was really...
Hide the cords.
They had all these cool pictures of like different cacti and different plants like there's like in the rainforest, there's stuff that lives there that we'll never have here.
Yeah.
We can't. We don't have an atmosphere, or not an atmosphere, but an environment to sustain it. I'm sorry. I'm freaking out about the thought that some jackass thought it was a good idea that, listen, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it.
Yeah.
You know, that's just...
We need to breed some of them bonobos. Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're going to crossbreed... Like, how about bison with... What's the big one? With a woolly mammoth. How about you breed those? I bet it would taste delicious. I love bison meat. It's delicious. I'm sorry the bison has to pass away for me to have you had bison brats yet?
Not bison brats, no.
Oh.
I've not had any bison sausage.
Oh my god. Like, oh Lord.
I do believe that they've recovered some DNA from mammoths.
Yes.
And they are trying to fucking basically recreate them using, obviously, elephants.
Yeah. I mean, some recreations are really cool. Like, the dire wolves.
Yeah.
But as long as they leave it at those 3 and no more.
Yeah. I mean...
I don't want to wake up one morning and have a 6 foot across at the shoulder wolf standing at the door going, "Hey, bitch, give me some of that bison." I don't want it.
I think they would die out fairly quickly.
Yeah, I don't think they really get that big. I think their stature's more like 3.5 feet.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I saw pictures when they were young pups. Their feet were huge. They're a little bit bigger than gray wolves, which are the biggest wolves. So I don't know. I'm just not that into crossbreeding. Not between animals, or at least species. I mean the Zedonk. Yeah. I always called him a zonkey, so I'm surprised that their actual name is Zedonk.
Yeah,
I've always called them zonkies. I think zonkies are cool. Ligers are cool. Tigons are cool. I think they all look cool. But there is that theory that once you do that crossbreeding, you're not upping the intelligence.
Yeah. Who knows?
Because of barriers. I don't know. All I know is that thanks for helping people who couldn't get pregnant. But shame on you for messing with chimpanzees like that. No wonder they're always trying to rip human faces off.
Wow.
I don't have much good speech today.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was impressed, but I didn't call you at 2:00 in the morning, like I said, to be like, "Oh my God, Bubba, look at this article. This guy was a total psycho." You guys have a great day. And oh, wait. So South America has been listening in, right? So I'm going to give a shout out to my 3 favorite South Americans that I met when I did Moving and Storage. And that's Sergio, Josue, and Miguel. I miss you guys. Have a great day, guys.
Later.
Bye. Look. Okay, everybody. That's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.